Hi guys, it's Iverson again, and welcome to another video. So we are here again in NetAcad, and another chapter, which is chapter 5, the Ethernet here. And what are we going to do is, as usual, we were going to answer all the activities that are available here in this chapter. So as you can see, I've already checked it all here, right? So we're not gonna find it one by one, so it's already given here. So let's start. So we're here at activity chapter 5.1.1.5, which is activity entitled Mac and LCC sublayers. So what are we going to do is, it says descriptions of the Mac and LCC sublayers are provided in the table. So this is a table here. Click in the Mac or LCC fields to match the descriptions to the correct sublayer. So we are going to click here, like that, check like that. So let's start. And for number 1, controls the network interface and can through card. Okay. Let me repeat the question. So it says controls the network interface card through software drivers. So I think it is the LCC. So now for the next one, works with the upper layers to add application information to delivery of data to higher level protocols. So basically it is also for LCC. Works with hardware to support bandwidth requirements and checks errors in the bits sent and received. So it is the Mac for Mac. It's the for Mac. So for 2, 3, 4, fourth one, controls access to the media through signaling and physical media standards requirements. So it is for Mac. Supports Ethernet technology by using CSMA or CD or CSMA or CA. So it is for also for Mac basically. So lastly is the remains relatively independent of physical equipment. So it is for LCC. Let's check. Oh, we have answered it all correctly. So very good. So we are going through our next activity, which is in chapter 5.1.1.6. So as you can see, we have two figures here. So we will answer here this one first. And for the instructions, drag the 802.3 Ethernet frame field name to its description. So this is the names of the frame field, and this one is the description, and this is the space where we were going to drag these names of the frame fields. So let's start. Uses pad to increase this frame field to at least 64 bytes. So I think it is the 802.2 header data. So next one describes which higher layer protocol has been used. It is for the type. Next one is the frames originating NIC of interface MAC address. So it is the source address. Assists a host in determining if the frame received is addressing to it. So it is the destination address. So as you can see, we have the receive. So it is the one who received the frame. So it is the destination address. So next is notifies destinations to get ready for a new frame. So it is the preamble. So here, preamble synchronizes sending and receiving devices for frame delivery. So it is the start of frame delimiter. Oh, okay. And lastly, the detects errors in the Ethernet frame. So detects add to the frame check sequence. So let's check. Oh, we have answered all correct. Then we're going to another one, the figure 2. Drag the Ethernet frame field name to its correct location on the diagram. So it has these names here at the bottom, and we are going to drag it here where it is for where it is properly located. So let's start. For 7 bytes, it is for preamble. The one for 1 byte we have the SFD, the start of frame delimiter. Then for destination address was this for 6 bytes, and then the source address followed by the source address for the 6 bytes. The 2 bytes here was for the length, and the 46 to 1500 bytes was the 802.2 header and data. And lastly, the frame check sequence was for 4 bytes. So let's check. So it is all correct. So we're now moving to another activity, which is the switch it. So guys, I have already made a separate video of where I am answering this activity, the switch it activity. So what I will not include this one because I have already answered this in my video. It's already uploaded. So we're gonna move on to another activity. So I think it's the last one. So activity in chapter 5.2.2.4, it is entitled frame forwarding methods. So the instructions or descriptions of which frame forwarding methods are provided in the table. So we have to click this in the store and forward, or here this one, store forward, or cut through fields to match the methods to the descriptions. So we have the typical type of question and description and the checkbox here. So let's start. For the first description, says buffers frames until the full frame has been received by the switch. So it is for store forward. So just a little information. The store forward switch received the entire frame. The computer CRC. If the CRC is valid, the switch, what it is again? The switch locks up the description address, which determines the outgoing interface. Oh, so, and at the same time, the cut through switch forwards the frame before it is entirely received. At a minimum, the destination address of the frame must be read before the frame can be forwarded. So just a little information about the store forward and the cut through. So checks the frame or errors before releasing it out of its switch ports. If the full frame was not received, the switch discards it. So I think it is for the store forward. Third one, no error check on the frame is performed by the switch before releasing the frame out of its ports. So it is for error check on the frames. So it is for cut through. And a great method to use, to conserve, to conserve bandwidth on your network. So it is for a great method. So cut through. Cut through. Am I correct? No. Let's. I will think of that later. So the destination network interface card, or NIC, discards any incomplete frames using this frame forwarding method. So it is for cut through. And the faster switching method, but may produce more errors in data integrity. Therefore, more bandwidth may be consumed. So it is the last one. So it's for, I think, a switching method for cut through. So I have realized that I made a mistake answering this fourth description here. A great method to use conserve bandwidth in your network. I think it is really for store forward. So let's check. So I'm right. So it is all correct. And so guys, this is all for the activities that are available in this chapter 5 Ethernet. And thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned a lot. And wait for my another video. Next one is for the chapter 6. Thank you.